and everybody in the room is basically saying, the guys in the front office, who I'll sit up here and say I'm very, very confident in, seem very, very excited. Jameson Williams and Kirby Joseph had to be some of the most authentic reactions I've seen. Sheila, Dan, some of the assistants, doesn't matter who. They all look at Brad and say, oh man, he did it again. Did you watch Inside the Den? The latest release?
Who was
this is the Detroit Lions version of basically behind the scenes.
I like watching it, but I haven't seen the latest one.
All right, well, I'll give you a quick snippet.
Okay.
And you can watch the full version whenever you have some time.
I'll watch it today.
This was about the NFL draft, for the most part. Took you inside the war room.
Was Brad Holmes slapping people on the back like
you know
he's
what?
nuts?
Look, a lot of editing and hard work goes into this. So as someone that's worked in the production side of things, I really appreciate that kind of work. Having said that, the picks of Jameson Williams and Kirby Joseph had to be some of the most authentic reactions I've seen. So they walk you through at pick 46, they were considering Kirby Joseph and Pascal. They took Pascal.
Maybe I did see this.
50 picks later, the Colts trade in front of them, and everybody in the room is basically saying, fuck. They're going to grab Kirby Joseph.
Right.
They take Nick Cross, safety out of Maryland. And the immediate, that self-satisfaction, that internal celebration, I love those kind of moments. I think it's awesome. So they go ahead and celebrate. They call Kirby Joseph. Again, Brad Holmes basically walks you through his board. And I think that was not only insightful, it's good to see. It's good to see how he's thinking. He said, we had 10 players that, we thought if they could be available at 97, we'd feel really good about the pick. And then you see them each go and go and go. We didn't think he'd be there at 97. He meaning Kirby Joseph.
You know
Josh
what,
Pascal.
brother? That's every draft.
Of course.
Every year.
If you did
I
this,
didn't know he's going to be here. Oh my God! How did that happen?
Yeah. What I would say though is, for some reason.
You're seeing the real time. Hopefully, they're not editing this. You're seeing the real time reaction.
Yes. And what I appreciate more than anything, and what I've noticed over the last 2 drafts, is Terry. You have to be lucky sometimes. You don't get Penei Sewell at number 7 overall any other year, except that year, when there's that amount of quarterbacks and Kyle Pitts and Jamar Chase coming out.
Right.
That doesn't happen often. You need some luck. Somebody needs to fall to you.
Everything worked out. I mean, it worked out in Cincinnati. They got Jamar Chase, and it worked out for the Lions.
Of course.
Penei Sewell.
Of course. And you need that sometimes. And I look at this past draft, the little fist bump from Brad Holmes when Trayvon Walker went number 1 overall. They called Aiden Hutchinson. They're all happy. Good for them. Cool. New Orleans moves up on the board, and they have another, get ready, Fish, another oh fuck moment. And they're like, oh man, they're going to trade up and get Jameson. They take Olave, the same celebration. And I find that very insightful, but also it tells me that these guys have the individuals they want. If you guys recall how the drafts went with Mayhew, with Quinn, not that you needed to see the excitement. That's irrelevant. All these players could not work out. Who knows? The point is, the guys in the front office, who I'll sit up here and say I'm very, very confident in, seem very, very excited about what's going on, especially given the board that's falling to them. The Lions didn't have to do much work. They basically gave up Terry a 3rd-round pick to move up 20 spots in the 1st round. And they were considering Josh Pascal at 32 originally before the trade. So they get Jameson Williams, they fall back to 46, and they still get the guy they wanted that they would have considered taking at 32. And the same thing from 46 to 97. Sometimes you need luck. Sometimes you just need a guy that can get it done in the room. And the consensus, at least in the war room, and look, they all work with each other, right? They're going to complement each other. When we're all in a meeting room and somebody gets something done, it's all compliments around the room, right?
Sure.
We're all working together. We all have the same goal. But what I see is this belief in Brad Holmes from every individual in that room. Sheila, Dan, some of the assistants, doesn't matter who. They all look at Brad and say, oh man, he did it again. Here we go. He's going to do it again. There's this common belief. And really, I share that belief because I think he's so far proven to be a very good GM. I think he has evolutions to take because let's just call it what it is. You don't have a franchise quarterback yet. And if your head coach works out, cool. You only have to worry about the quarterback now moving forward. If the head coach doesn't work out, well then, big boy pants, you have to get the head coach right. Welcome to being an NFL GM. It's not just about hitting free agency and hitting in the draft. The Minnesota Vikings GM, who drafted Justin Jefferson, by the way, is out of a job. Who drafted Dalvin Cook, out of a job. Why? Couldn't get the head coach right. Never had a franchise quarterback.
And higher expectations.
So I think they're doing good work. I really believe you should take the 52 minutes, however long it was, to fully watch it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought they did a good job. I think it's good production. I think it's good insight. We live in let's just call it what it is, Terry. We live in a world where we have so much access. This would never have been a thing 30 years ago, right? You would never know Brad Holmes' raw reaction in the war room.
How about 5 years ago? This would not have been a thing.
So,
but I think this is part of the Sheila Hamp way. The Lions were so secretive, and I think they were secretive because they didn't want everybody to see the flaws.
Yeah, like I'll be honest with you guys. 1 year ago, for example, there's no chance in hell I would allow anybody to record one of our production meetings because we were all still new, still figuring things out. There were some people that were working here that were complete idiots. No offense, sorry. That would have made us look really stupid.
Want to name names?
No naming names. Long story short, move on a year now. I'll gladly show you the production room. I'll gladly walk you into how we prep for the show. I'll gladly show you what goes on behind the scenes. Why? Much more confident in how we're operating, right? That matters.
Sure, it does.
So I like where it's going. Look, when you edit, as someone that's worked in production, you can make anything look good. But Terry, I really got a genuine reaction of we got our guys. Now, everybody says they get their guys after the draft, right? Nobody will publicly say, man, you know what? I think we missed on this one. Right. It doesn't happen. But again, just at least from the War Room film, there were even the assistants in the back corner who were just hiding, waiting for the picks to come in. And when it would be the player that they didn't want to get selected, they would have like these mini fist bump moments. I thought it was so funny. They did a hell of a job with it.